Welcome to fellatravel. Ever come across a spot on the map so small it barely registers? Today we're uncovering two tiny nations that fly under the radar, Djibouti and Comoros. These hidden treasures, once under France's shadow, boldly claimed their independence in the 1970s, forging their own paths. With modest land and populations, they're not the usual stops for travelers, but that's what makes them special. For this episode of Featured Travel, we're venturing off the grid to dive into their unique vibes and untapped wonders. These places might not be household names, but they're brimming with stories and charm waiting to be explored. If you're vibing with this adventure so far, smash that like button, drop a comment, and hit subscribe for more epic journeys. We're just warming up. Djibouti, a tiny powerhouse in East Africa. Located in the heart of East Africa, Djibouti may be small in size, but it's a country with a significant presence. Spanning just 23,000 square kilometers, this tiny nation is surrounded by Eritrea, Ethiopia, and Somalia, and sits at a strategic crossroads near Yemen. Its location is crucial for international shipping, making it a vital player in global trade between the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. Despite its compact size, Djibouti's location has made it a hub for global attention. The country's ports are always buzzing with activity, and it has become a key spot for major international powers. With military bases from the United States, Japan, China, and France, Djibouti's role in securing the shipping lanes is undeniably important, especially given the risks posed by Somali pirates in the region. The capital city, also named Djibouti, sits on the southern coast and is the center of the nation's bustling port trade. It's the most developed area in the country where business and culture collide. The vibrant atmosphere in the city offers a glimpse into the country's rich, diverse blend of influences, with waves of Yemeni immigrants shaping much of its cultural identity. But there's more to Djibouti than just trade and military importance. Just 2 hours away from the capital, you'll find Lake Assal, a stunning salt flat that holds the title of the lowest point in Africa and the second lowest on Earth. Known as the White Diamond of Djibouti, Lake Assal is a breathtaking sight, with its sparkling salt crust stretching out in all directions. Locals and visitors alike gather the salt here, making it an important natural resource. While Djibouti may not receive as much global attention as it deserves, it's definitely a country worth discovering. Though not many airlines fly directly here, Turkish Airlines offers flights with a layover, making it an accessible destination for adventurous travelers. Would you take the plunge and visit this hidden gem? As we peel back the layers of Djibouti's story, its past comes into focus. It was a French colony until 1977, when it waved goodbye to colonial rule and stepped into independence as a presidential republic. The French influence lingers in the language. People chat in both Arabic and French, with Somali thrown into the mix too. Faith plays a huge role here, with over 90% of the population embracing Islam. You'll see it in the way women dress modestly, often with headscarves, and how men sport beards and outfits that echo Yemeni styles. It's a tight-knit community shaped by belief and tradition. Life and livelihood in Djibouti. Life in Djibouti is all about the coast. The locals love spending time by the sea, whether they're playing soccer on the sand, relaxing with the ocean breeze, or just enjoying the view. But the sea isn't just for leisure, it's a vital part of life here. Djibouti pulls in over $30 million annually from shipping traffic passing through its strategic straits, and fishing plays a major role in providing food and jobs. Seafood is a major part of the diet, with freshly grilled fish being a local favorite. If you're in the capital, you'll find plenty of restaurants serving up delicious fish dishes and contributing to the overall health of the people thanks to the abundance of ocean fresh ingredients. But the cuisine goes beyond just fish. The traditional meals here feature rice, meat, and sometimes even goat, sheep, or camel, all served in the Arab style. The local custom of eating with your hands, much like in Yemen, adds a personal touch to every meal. Weddings in Djibouti are lively affairs with colorful dances and costumes influenced by nearby Somalia. The country feels like a place where Yemen and Somalia's cultures mix together, creating a unique and welcoming atmosphere. One of the more interesting customs in Djibouti is the chewing of gat, a plant people use to get a relaxed, chilled-out vibe. You'll see people chewing it in restaurants, on the streets, or pretty much everywhere you go. It's one of those quirky cultural touches that makes life here even more interesting. However, life in Djibouti isn't without its challenges. The country is hot and dry, with temperatures often rising above 30 degrees C, and rain is scarce, mostly falling in the mountains. This makes life tough for the herders who rely on grazing animals. Health issues like malaria and AIDS are also present, so travelers should make sure they're up to date on vaccinations and only drink bottled water. Despite these difficulties, Djibouti stands out as a peaceful gem in the region, with its friendly and warm people ready to greet you with a smile. Speaking of spotlight, let's pivot to how folks get by. A lot of men head here from Yemen and Somalia, drawn by better wages. They leave families behind, working as taxi drivers, fish market hustlers, or restaurant waiters, sending cash home to keep loved ones afloat. It's a hustle, but it's hope, something their home countries struggle to offer. Djibouti's got this quiet resilience that's hard not to admire.
You could have had them. Crazy.
Comoros, the island dream you've never heard of. Let's shift gears and head to Comoros, a hidden gem that deserves more attention. This small island nation might not sit on the African mainland, but it's close enough to make a mark, nestled above Madagascar and not far from Mozambique. Spanning just 2,235 square kilometers, it's a tiny dot in the Indian Ocean consisting of 4 islands, or sometimes 3, depending on who you talk to. Comoros claims Mayotte, but France still considers it part of its territory, requiring a Schengen visa for access. This political divide is a sore spot for many locals, and if you strike up a conversation about it, you might hear some grumbling. With a population of about 850,000 people, Comoros is a predominantly Muslim nation, with 98% of its people following Islam. The capital, Moroni, is located on the largest island, Grand Comoro. The name Comoros actually comes from the Arabic word Komar, meaning moon, a tribute to the Sultanate of Oman. Visitors often compare the vibe of Comoros to that of Hawaii, with its swaying palms and crystal clear waters, minus the crowds. It's a paradise that has flown under the radar. Why do you think places like this remain hidden? Lack of publicity, or just the challenge of reaching them? In 1975, Comoros gained independence from France, though Mayotte stayed under French control. Despite this, the influence of France still lingers, with locals speaking both French and Arabic. The culture here is a fascinating mix of Arab traditions and African influences, with Islam playing a central role in daily life. Locals might appear more African in appearance, but their clothes and customs reveal a deep Arab connection, an intriguing blend that's hard to find elsewhere. Living the island life in Comoros. In Comoros, life is all about the essentials: farming, herding, and fishing. Unlike in some places, women here don't just watch from the sidelines, they're right there alongside the men, casting handmade nets into the sea. While the men may be at the mosque or taking care of livestock, it's the ocean that ensures everyone has enough to eat. There's a hidden gem in the economy: perfume ingredients. The island is home to vanilla, cloves, and coconut, and their essences are shipped off to add fragrance to some of the world's most luxurious perfumes. It's a small yet significant industry with huge potential. The natural beauty is incredible, from lush forests inland to pristine beaches along the coast. But here's the downside: development is slow. Moroni has a few buildings near the shore, but there's no modern public transport, and the mosques in the city show their age. Getting to the island itself is no easy feat either. No direct flights, just connections through Tanzania, and sometimes it can take a full day of travel to get there. The island also faces challenges with waste management, and plastic pollution is a growing problem that harms the sea life they rely on. And health is another concern. With malaria and other diseases thriving in areas with poor sanitation, it's vital to stick to bottled water when visiting. Despite the challenges, Comoros holds a certain charm. The people lead simple, modest lives and deeply value their faith. With just 2 hotels on the island, planning ahead is a must, otherwise you might end up spending the night on the beach, which, though not too bad, isn't ideal. Would you plan every detail or just let the adventure unfold? Djibouti V's Comoros, a tale of 2 treasures. Djibouti and Comoros, 2 small nations with incredible stories, share a history of colonial rule that connects them like old friends reminiscing over coffee. Both were once part of the French Empire, gaining their independence in the 1970s. Djibouti in 1977 and Comoros 2 years earlier in 1975. For both, independence was just the beginning, but their journeys have been vastly different. Djibouti has positioned itself as a geopolitical hotspot, thanks to its strategic location on the Horn of Africa. Its proximity to the Red Sea makes it a key player in global trade, drawing the attention of superpowers. On the other hand, Comoros has remained relatively under the radar, with its volcanic islands scattered across the Indian Ocean, like hidden treasures waiting for the world to notice. Culturally, both nations share a rich Islamic heritage that pulses through their everyday life. In Djibouti, French mixes with Somali and Afar, creating a multilingual tapestry, while in Comoros, Comorian, a Swahili variant, is spiced with Arabic and French influences. Both places offer unmatched hospitality, where a stranger will invite you for tea or share a smile on the street. Economically, Djibouti thrives on its bustling ports and foreign investments, boasting a GDP per capita of around $3,600. In contrast, Comoros lags behind at about $1,600, with its economy reliant on vanilla and clove exports, while its beauty remains both an advantage and a challenge due to its isolation. Nature provides each country with its own wonders. Djibouti's Lake Assal is the saltiest body of water outside Antarctica, while Comoros offers stunning beaches that would make any postcard jealous. So, where would you choose? Djibouti's fast-paced vibe or Comoros' quiet charm? Both are small but mighty, proving that even the tiniest places can leave a lasting impact. Why these spots deserve your next adventure. As we wrap up this featured travel journey, Djibouti and Comoros stand as living proof that the best stories often unfold in places not everyone thinks to visit. Djibouti may be small, but it plays a huge role on the global stage, blending cultures and overcoming challenges. Comoros, on the other hand, is an island paradise that remains under the radar with a spirit as wild as its stunning natural beauty. These destinations are home to warm-hearted people, rich traditions, and breathtaking landscapes, everything a traveler could hope for. When you venture off the beaten path, you enter a world where every corner offers something new. Djibouti and Comoros aren't just places to visit, they're invitations to explore. Here, you'll discover awe-inspiring landscapes that challenge your sense of wonder and cultures that will pull you in for a closer look. These are the types of destinations you won't often find featured on the feeds of mainstream travel influencers, and that's exactly what makes them special. They're raw, unpolished, and ready to be discovered by those seeking something real. Let's start with Djibouti. Despite its small size, this country is a buzzing hub, where its port is a center for international trade and global military strategy. Ships from across the world dock here, and the air is thick with the energy of world events unfolding. Just a short trip from the capital, Lake Assal awaits, a natural wonder that lies 155 meters below sea level, making it the second lowest point on Earth. The salt flats sparkle in the sunlight, offering a stunning contrast to the busy city life. Djibouti is also home to military bases hosting forces from the US, France, and China, offering a unique glimpse into the geopolitical chessboard. Then there's Comoros, a true gem hidden in the Indian Ocean. Its untouched beaches and lush forests filled with unique species like the Livingstone's fruit bat make it a dream for nature lovers. Life here moves at a slower, more relaxed pace with no mass tourism to rush you through the experience. The air is filled with the fragrance of vanilla and cloves, a nod to the island's spice trade heritage. In the capital, Moroni, you'll find ancient mosques and vibrant markets that reveal stories of a rich, intertwined history. It's the kind of place where you can completely disconnect, enjoying the moment in its purest form. Djibouti and Comoros are both hidden gems where Arab and African cultures come together in a beautiful fusion. In Djibouti, you can taste the influence of Yemen and Somalia in the rich spices of the food and the lively markets that fill the streets. Over in Comoros, the island's Swahili Arab roots, shaped by Omani traders, add a unique layer to its traditions. These are places where history is alive in the air. It's in the aroma of fresh fish grilling over open flames, the beat of a drum, and the welcoming smile of a stranger. Whether you're sharing a meal with the locals or witnessing a traditional wedding dance, the cultural experiences here are as unforgettable as the landscapes. So why not break away from the usual tourist routes and let your next adventure lead you to somewhere unexpected? Djibouti and Comoros are ready to surprise you, challenge your expectations, and offer stories you won't find anywhere else.
Here, what he's doing, guys.
These aren't just places to visit, they're places that stay with you long after you've left. So, do you have a favorite between the two, or are you dreaming of exploring both? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And if this glimpse into the unknown has sparked your curiosity, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Featured Travel for more adventures off the beaten path. Catch you on the next one.
But entertaining.